The dreams we have today have changed from the ones we had yesterday. Survival has become a necessity, safety a priority. But those that do survive are the ones that thrive. As they learn to be agile and adapt, they go on to make an impact. Adapting comes naturally to any living race by instinct. But how do businesses build this into their being? They learn from those that this comes to naturally. Ants, tiny as they are, teach us efficiency. Bees, being systematic, are an example of productivity. The chameleon transforms with agility. The pufferfish adapts for its own safety. The kangaroo leaps forward with pace and purpose. And these are the characteristics that build a strong business. At Tangentia, we help businesses build that. We are in the business of helping you make an impact. There's no better time than the present to transform, bounce back, grow, and imagine. With Tangentia, you can aspire, innovate, and make it happen. The time is now then to adapt. And with us, we urge you to aim for impact. Tangentia, aim for impact.
Okay, so let's go to start. Question number 1. What kind of vehicles uses this tire? You see an image? What kind of vehicle uses this MRF aero muscle tire? You got 30 seconds to answer the question. Daryl, if you want to keep count and let us know at 15 and end of 30. The time starts now. And those of you, you should only be looking at the screen. If you move your head away and look at anything else, the AI.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Daryl, thanks.
Time's up.
So let's move to question number 2. What does Sime Darby make? So Sime Darby is a company that was recently banned by the US Customs and Border Protection Trade for using forced labor. So what does Sime Darby make? So question number 2, what does Sime Darby make? Your time starts now.
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. Question number 3. Identify the make and model of the car in the picture. Identify the make and model. For example, Maruti Zen. So we need Maruti is the make, the model is Zen. So what is the make and model of the car?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Yeah. So next question, identify the person. This is something that is very recent. I think everybody should get this one. Identify the gentleman in the picture. Time starts now.
15 seconds. Time's up.
So time's up. We're going to move to the next question. Question number 5. These are plants grown in the International Space Center. The picture there is plants growing in the International Space Center. The question is, what are those plants? What plants are those growing in the International Space Center? These are the first plants grown in space. So what are those plants that you can see in the picture? Time starts now.
15 seconds.
Those of you who have a backyard garden or something might be able to recognize the plants.
Time's up.
So time's up. Let's move to the next question. Question number 6. A 50-year-old sees time 10 times faster than a 5-year-old. What is this theory called? So basically, if you're on a journey from Mumbai to Delhi and it takes 1 day, the 5-year-old thinks it's a long journey. The 50-year-old thinks it's a shorter journey. So there's a theory for this. What is that theory called? The time starts now. In essence, if it's 1 year to a 5-year-old is 1/5 their time of their life, to the 50-year-old is 1/10, no 1/50th rather of their life. So in proportion.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Okay, so moving on to the next question, question number 7. Name, this is a great event that happened recently. So I think a lot of you know what this event is. What is the name, the closest major city to this event? And I will just keep the suspense because you're all the best quizzers in India on this quiz. So giving this away would probably be making it easier. But I think you can guess. This is an event that happened not too long ago, and it was a successful event, and where named the closest major city to this event. Time starts now.
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
So question number 8. Identify this person. The time starts now. As we get that, I think there is a 1 or 2 people that have still not been able to log in. So Suma or somebody else, if you can try to help them. But this is why we had requested that people come in earlier. Identify this person. He's been in the news recently. Somebody that's making lots of waves and in the news recently in India especially.
Time's up.
So the next question, number 9. The Border Roads Organization has a project, and there's a specific name for this project that's been hidden under that the red mark there. Now this is a project that is gotten quite famous in the recent years. So what is the name of this project? This Border Roads Organization project, basically what they do is they keep the roads clear of snow and ice during most of the winter months. So they keep the roads open in the non-winter months. In winter months, the roads are closed. Sorry, my bad. So, and then they're famous for having these sayings from famous people on their milestones. So, what is the name of this BRO project, Border Roads Organization project? Time starts now. The one on this milestone is quite interesting. It says laziness is nothing more than the habit of resting before you get tired. The question again is, what is the thing that is closed, that has been covered up? So your time started.
Time's up.
Okay, thanks. So whenever I do stop the question, Daryl, even if I don't say time starts now, please do start the timer.
Yes.
Question number 10. Who's the largest seller on Amazon India? I think a lot of us buy a lot of things from Amazon India. So who is the largest seller? This has been in the news in the recent past as well, that there are certain few companies that make up the bulk of people that sell on Amazon India. So who is the largest seller on Amazon India?
15 seconds. Time's up.
Okay, moving on to question number 11. Before 1947 in India, there was the lowest currency, the lowest fraction of currency was a pi. It was even smaller than the paisa. So how many pies made a rupee? So that's how a pie looked like. So how many pies made a rupee? If you speak to some people from the older generation, they would still talk in terms of pies. So how many pies made a rupee?
15 seconds. Time's up.
Okay. Question number 12. I'm going to play this video. You can play it on your things as well. I'm hoping it does play the sound here, but if not, you can play it on your own on Metal itself. So that was a a Super Bowl ad this year. So it was for Oatly oat milk. So which country is this company Oatly's headquarters in? Question is, which country is Oatly's headquarter in?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Yeah. So next question, question number 13 is again a video question. You can play this on Metal as well. So the question is, name the parent company that owns Citroen.
15 seconds.
So we're looking for the answer of the ultimate parent company that owns Citroen. So Citroen is owned by a company that is owned by another company. So the ultimate parent of the parent company that owns Citroen.
Time's up.
Question number 14. Lala Lajpat Rai founded this bank, Punjab National Bank. In which city did Lala Lajpat Rai found this bank, the Punjab National Bank?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Question number 15. The Instagram account with the #1 followers is the Instagram account itself. So the question is, what is the #2 Instagram account in the world? Which is the account that has the second largest number of followers in the world?
15 seconds. Time's up.
So question number 16. The journey beyond the Ghan. So what are we talking about here? So what is being advertised? The journey behind the Ghan is a poster. What are we talking about here?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Question number 17. We see a picture. We know the lady. We know the gentleman to the right of the lady, who is Anurag Singh Thakur, the Minister of State for Finance. Because so you know both of their names. The question had to be a little tough. So what Lok Sabha constituency in India does Anurag Singh Thakur represent? What is Anurag Singh Thakur's constituency?
15 seconds. Time's up.
Question number 18. You see that no prizes for guessing is the farmers' protest in India. So the farmers' protest, the world famous farmers' protest. So now the question here is, what is the MSP for wheat for the year 2020-2021? And we'll give it to you if you come even within 100 rupees of the MSP is usually checked in terms of per quintal. Quintal is 100 kilograms. So the MSP for wheat, for a quintal of wheat for the 2020-2021 year, what is the MSP for wheat? So in rupees, and we'll give it to you if you get it within 100 rupees of the exact number. So we're hoping everybody know that the protests are because of the MSP. So we're trying to get you to see how many of you have paid attention to the exact MSP figures as well.
15 seconds. Time's up.
Question number 19. Natasha Punawala, all of you know of her probably. She's the wife of Adar Punawala of the Serum Institute fame. So what was her maiden name? So what was Natasha Punawala's maiden name? What was she called before she married into the Punawala family?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Question number 20. That car that you can see in the picture is the Google Waymo, which is Google's self-driving car. Now the question that I have for all of you is, there is a cone on the top of the car. So what is that cone on the top of the car? What does it do and what is it called? The cone on the top of that car. So there is a technology that cone is using. That is what we're looking for. That cone does something, and there is a particular technology that cone uses.
15 seconds. Time's up.
Question number 21. Tanaji was the #1 grossing Bollywood movie of 2020. So the question is, what was the #2 grossing Bollywood movie of 2020? 2020, even in the year of COVID, there were movies that have done decently well. So Tanaji obviously was the big winner, but who was number two?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Question number 22. Identify this lady.
Time's up.
Question number 23. EPZ is a export promotion zone, which is now called SEZ, the special economic zone. So name India's first export promotion zone, EPZ. There are many in India now, but in 1965, India had its first EPZ.
15 seconds. Time's up.
Question number 24. Name this gentleman. This should be a slam dunk, simple question to all you quizzes out there. A little bit of a hint. He unfortunately is no longer with us on this earth. He passed away in December last year. I don't know the
15
exact
seconds.
age, but he was over 90 years old.
Time's up.
Question number 25. The Vaseline. A lot of us use Vaseline for multiple things in our life. Which company owns the brand Vaseline? And it could be, you can answer it from an Indian context, from a global context, it doesn't matter, we'll give you points for that. Which company owns this brand?
15 seconds. Time's up.
Next, question number 26. Sridhar Vembu of Zoho fame moved from Silicon Valley to this village in India. So Sridhar Vembu, if those of you are following, is also been appointed to a couple of the Indian government bodies recently. He is an entrepreneur that has built a company from scratch, and organically grown it to being a big brand globally. So Sridhar Vembu moved to a village I'll give you a hint, it is in Tamil Nadu. So what is the name of this village? If you can get the district right as well, we'll probably give you points. So either name is the district or the actual village that he moved to in Tamil Nadu. And that is his house that he moved to in Tamil Nadu.
15 seconds.
And Sridhar Bambu has a vision of moving IT software companies from the larger cities to the villages of India. And he started with his own company.
Time's up.
Question number 27. That is IIM Calcutta. So IIM Calcutta and IIM Ahmedabad, with IMC and IMA, were formed in 1961. What is the latest IIM, Indian Institute of Management? What is the latest IIM?
Fifteen seconds. Time's up.
Next question, question number 28. The Dhaka Stock Exchange has some fairly large companies as well, but we want to know what is the largest company on the Dhaka Stock Exchange, the company with the largest market cap in Bangladesh.
Fifteen seconds.
The largest market cap company in Bangladesh.
Time's up.
Question number 29. We're getting to the end of the quiz, so hopefully people are feeling confident, feeling good about what they're doing, and I think we will get to the end and we will get to the answers as well. So BITS Pilani College Fest is called Oasis 80 Oasis. What is BITS Goa College Fest called? The question is, the image that you see is of BITS Pilani's College Fest Oasis. What is the College Fest for BITS Goa called? There is, it's almost logical. You might be able to, Oasis BITS Pilani is in the desert. So their College Fest is called Oasis. You have an oasis in the desert. BITS Goa is in Goa. So what could BITS Goa's College Fest be? And those of you know it, know it. But those of you don't know it, if you want to figure it out, you might be able to figure it out by just thinking of where the geography is as well.
15 seconds. Time's up.
Question number 30. This is the last question of our regular round, and after which we have the bonus questions. So the last question, if you guys are all ready, this is a candlestick. Candlestick in if you are in looking at trading, and if you're a trader, you would look at a candlestick, which is the high and low and the open and close price. So these are candlesticks. You're seeing three different kinds of candlesticks here. One is the high price, one is a low price, and open and close. Here in this particular candlesticks, the open and close are the same price. So let's say if you start off the stock market for this particular share starts at like 100 rupees, goes to 200 rupees. Starts, that's the open and close price opens at 100 rupees, goes down to 80, goes up to 200, and then ends the day at 100. Okay, so that is the picture on the left. So what are these pictures called where the open and close price is the same? There's a particular name for this. This kind of a phenomena of a candlestick with open and close is the same. Those of you involved in some kind of stock market trading or understanding technicals would know this right away.
15
So
seconds.
I'm looking for the name given to this phenomena, where the open and close price is in the same band.
Time's up.
So moving on to the first bonus question. The bonus question here, this is a gimbal. So the picture that you see is of a gimbal. In a gimbal, you've heard of Cartesian coordinates where you have the x and y axis. In a gimbal, you have three different kinds of motion. You have three axes. So the axis is dash, dash, and roll. Dash, dash, and roll. So I want to know what is dash and dash. So even if you get one right, you'll get half a point. So there are three axes. In this particular picture, the phone can move along three axes, and then each axis motion in each axis, one of them is called roll. So if it rolls, that is called a roll. What are the other two axis motions called?
15 seconds.
Dash, dash, and roll.
Time's up.
So next bonus question. Identify this gentleman and his company. This gentleman has been in the news recently. I will give you some hints. He was counted as one of the Reddit crowd. He was in the news for multiple other reasons as well, but definitely he was a very vocal supporter of the Reddit crowd that was recently in the news for propping up the stocks in the US.
15 seconds. Time's up.
So brings us to the last question, the last bonus question. This is the picture of the lady that you see, somebody that's making a lot of money. So the question here is identify the woman and the company she's the CEO of. She is rumored to be one of the most highly paid women in the world. So she gets paid the most amount of money in the world. So identify the woman and the company she is CEO of.
15 seconds. Time's up.
So with that, Daryl, if you can, we're going to shut down the quiz. So Daryl, if you want to shut down the quiz. So everybody, we're now done with the quiz portion of it. We will be moving to a quick break. We will take a 5-minute chai break. I will go get some chai myself, and we will be back with the answers. So the quiz is done right now. Unfortunately, some people did get dropped out, or things happened. We will take stock of that at the end of this, and we will see what we can do. But it is what it is right now. We will. Those of you who have any concerns, please raise that with Daryl and Suma, or the email that we have, Jigyasa at is it Jigyasa Group at Tangentia.com. Daryl, what is the exact email?
Jigyasa quiz at Tangentia.com.
Yeah, Jigyasa quiz at Tangentia.com. So if you have any questions, unfortunately, whatever has happened has happened. The quiz is now closed. So thank you very much, folks. Please come back in 5 minutes. I will see you back here. I'm going to go take. So I think we've all got a little break here. We will start now with the answers. So the answers we will start with momentarily. So the first question, the answer was the Sukhoi. It is the aero muscle was used for Sukhoi, for the Chetak helicopters, also for the LCA. But if you said the Air Force, if you said the airplane, we'll give you points for that. So anything around the airplane or anything connected to aerospace, helicopter or planes, we will give you the thing. So MRF started making this in I think 2007 or so, and they've been making it since. Palm oil, Simi Darby, the palm oil, again, there was a little hint there. Those are palm trees in the bottom there. So those of you got palm oil, got it right. It's the Polestar 1. Now, this is a company that used to be Volvo's tuning group, and now it's spun off as a separate company. So Polestar 1 was the answer of this name, the model and the make of this car. Rajachari is the gentleman. I think most of you have got this right. Rajachari is the person who's selected to go on the moon mission of NASA. Those are radishes. Those of you who've grown radishes might have got it right, but those are radishes in there that were grown in the International Space Station. It's called the proportional theory. I kind of almost let it, when I said, I just mentioned in the proportion. So those of you might have got the hint. It is called the proportional theory, where if you're a 5-year-old, you see time as being longer. Like a 1 year for a 5-year-old is 1/5 of his life. 1 year for a 50-year-old is 1/50th of his or her life. And that means the 5-year-old thinks of 1 year in that much more detail. Las Vegas, Nevada, and that is the Hyperloop. That was the first successful human transportation inside a Hyperloop. And the Hyperloop tested was in Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you got Las Vegas there, you would get all points. Dr. Krishna Ella, founder Bharat Biotech, something that I think if you've been watching the news, one of the two vaccine manufacturers in India, Bharat Biotech, and the founder, Dr. Krishna Ella. So the Border Roads Organization is called HIMANK. Cloudtail is India's largest Amazon seller. 1 rupee is
Vijay,
192 pies. Is equal to 16 annas. Can you guys see the screen?
No, the screen sharing is off, Vijay.
Okay, so we can just, I don't know, did you guys see the previous screen? Cloudtail. So Cloudtail was the answer for Amazon's largest seller in India. So 192 is the answer. How many pies make 1 rupee? 192. So 16 annas is 1 rupee, of which is 64 paise, or 192 pies. And this is paisa before the Naya paisa. The Naya paisa is where the decimalization took place, and it became 100. Naya paisa became 1 rupee. So if you speak to some of the older generation, they use the term Naya paisa. Mere paas Naya paisa nahi hai. So that was a reference to the new money that came in when the decimalization happened. So the answer we're looking for is 192. Next thing, the Oatly. The answer is Sweden. Oatly is headquartered in Sweden. Okay, let's move to the next one. The FCA and PSA. FCA is Fiat. PSA is the Citroen company. They merged recently to form Stellantis. So Stellantis is the ultimate parent company for Citroen. So that was the answer that we were looking for, Stellantis. The next question, this next answer was Punjab National Bank was founded in Lahore. The second, number 2 Instagram account, Cristiano Ronaldo. So those of you who've been following Instagram, is 240 or 250 million followers, just behind Instagram, which is probably at 300 million. Journey behind the Ghan, we're referring to the Ghan, which is the train that runs between Adelaide and Darwin in Australia. So this is a very famous train that runs between Adelaide and Darwin called the Ghan. And so that's Journey Beyond the Ghan. That was a poster for a promotion for the Ghan. Hamirpur HP is the constituency, the Lok Sabha constituency for the gentleman there, Ankur. The MSP for wheat in rupees is 1925 rupees per quintal. As we said, if you get within 100 rupees of that, we will give it to you. It's Natasha Aurora is the name of Natasha Punawala, her maiden name, before she married into the Punawala family. It's called LIDAR. The cone on top is LIDAR, light detection and ranging. So if you got LIDAR cone, or you got light detection ranging, or LIDAR, we'll give it to you. So any of those, the thing on the top is light detection and ranging. So it shoots light, and based on the light coming back, that's how it navigates itself. Baghi 3 is the second biggest grossing movie in India. So if you've got Baghi 3, you're getting full points there. That's Lauren Sanchez. Now, those of you who don't know Lauren Sanchez, she is, purportedly the girlfriend of Jeff Bezos. So she is the person that is, the companion for Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos of Amazon fame, and if you've seen pictures of him recently, you will see this lady by his side. Her name is Lauren Sanchez. 23, Kandla is India's first export promotion zone. So if you got Kandla, you would get it right. MDH owner Mahashay Dharampal Gulati. Those of you in quizzing would probably know this very well. He's famous. His picture with that turban is on every MDH spice packaging. So those of you, next time you pick up a MDH spice packet, look for Mr. Mahashay Dharampal Gulati. Is Unilever or Hindustan Lever? We gave you points for both. Vaseline is a brand owned by Unilever, Hindustan Lever. Matalamparai is the answer we were looking for, but if you got Tenkasi or Tirunelveli as a district, we'll give it to you as well in Tamil Nadu. So this is where Sridhar Vembu moved, and this is where, one of the places where he's trying to see how, IT and can be moved to the villages of India from the bigger cities. So Matalamparai, Tenkasi, which is the new name of Tirunelveli, and in Tamil Nadu. IIM Jammu is the latest IIM, 2016. So IIM Calcutta, IIM Ahmedabad are the oldest IIMs, and this is the latest IIM. So if you got IIMJ or IIM Jammu, you would get it right. You would get points for this. The Bangladesh Export Import Company Limited, Baximco, was the answer we're looking for the company with the largest market capitalization in Bangladesh. Bangladesh, as we all know, is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. And in that one of the fastest growing economies in the world, Baximco is their largest company. Oasis in the desert, waves in Goa. So those of you who could figure that out, if you knew it, you knew it. If you did not, if you got waves, I thought it was something that you could even just get it from just the geographic being close to the beach. And I did drop the hint that Oasis was a desert, and waves is named because it's in Goa. Doji is the name what we're looking for. So these are different kinds of doji. The first one is a gravestone doji, where the high price is much higher. Long-legged doji, the dragonfly doji. So if you've not heard of this in the past, read up on it. Quite interesting stuff. So when a doji happens, it also is possibly a change in the momentum. You're going from being bullish to being bearish, or bearish to being bullish, where from a demand supply, it could possibly end up where demand and supply could change directions. So that's the significance of a doji. So moving to the bonus questions, it's the three axes are pitch, yaw, and roll. So we were looking for these two, pitch and yaw. So these are the three axes of movement that can happen: pitch, yaw, and roll. So we told you about roll. So if you got pitch and yaw, or even if you get one of them, you get half points. And this is obviously going to be used only if there is a tie. Chamat, Palihapitiya, and social capital. So Chamat and social capital, these are the two things. Again, if you get even one of them right, we will give you half point. So again, these points are not going to be counted for the score, but only if there is a tie between two teams. That's when we would use this. Denise Coates for Bet365, and she's rumored to be paid around 360 million pounds, which is a big amount of money. So she's one of the highest paid, or maybe the highest paid women in the world. So that brings us to end of all the questions. Now what happens next? The winners will be notified within social media within 24 hours. So the winners should decide either meet up in a city or with a 91 springboard. Now you can go to the city. You'll have to be together. You got like 15 days. You can be quarantined. You can create a bubble, but you've got to manage that yourself, or you travel to Goa. And we will be having a hybrid quiz. Some of it will be live in Goa, where you will actually have live, and some of you could be joining it. Now, only reason we have it in the 91 springboard is because we can have it proctored. We will have somebody there to oversee it. So, and the finals will be on 6th March 2021. So stay tuned. Any of you have any questions, it's Jigyasa quiz at tangentia.com, or you can connect with us on any social media, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Twitter, and we will get back to you. But if you have any questions, let us know. We've had a lot of fun bringing this to you. We hope you've had as much fun. I know it is a new technology. It is brand new. We've had some teething issues, but I think we wanted to have it yesterday. But I think we've been as fair to everybody as we can. There will be things that will not work as well. So I apologize for any inconvenience caused, but we're trying our best, and I think we've been successful to have a new Googling quiz, which I think has been the bane of a lot of quizzes in the recent past, and we've been able to, with all your help, get something like that happening. So on that note, I'd like to thank everybody. Thank you, merci beaucoup, dhanyavad, and I'd like to see you all on the 6th. Those of you are in the finals, those of you who probably did not make it, please join the finals. It will be a lot of fun, and I will make sure that you will have as much fun as you had in the prelims or even more. So on that note, I'd also like to thank all my colleagues at Tangentia for helping out. Thank you very much, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and take care, everybody. Stay safe. Have a nice one. Take care. Bye.